I'd like to talk about the state of the world and the fate of humanity and how these two things intersect with our individual work, our individual lives. We live in incredibly perilous times, essentially on a precipice where the misguided approach that human beings have taken towards life for far too long is contaminating and destroying any possible future in which we might imagine ourselves living happy, constructive lives. Our leaders, our politicians are corrupt, foolish, misguided, and pathological in their need for self-gratification, in their need for power, domination, and self-validation. We must take upon ourselves a fundamental transformation, not just in society, but in ourselves. Each individual contributes to society. We form the very basis upon which society should grow and is structured. If the individual does not work on themselves, if the individual is not fostered and nurtured through their own effort, how can society ever function or be formed? If we are not personally responsible for our own lives and our own choices, how can we ever direct or exist amongst others in a constructive way? The function of society is to help nurture and guide us towards our own self-creation, to give us the basic skills so that we might collaborate, co-author our own lives. But this is not what society, what our social structure, and what the world has become outside of us. It has become a mechanism to use your essence, to control your actions, and to feed back into itself an endless consumption that can never be satiated and will never yield the outcomes that we all so desperately want. It's time for each of us to take seriously our own mental health, our own flaws, our own weaknesses, so that we might cultivate true quality of character, so that we might become virtuous and not just innocent, so that we might learn the skills to shape who we become, and in doing that righteous work, that we might also affect the world positively, that we might create around us institutions, organizations, and processes that help all of us grow into our highest potential. If we don't do this work, if we do not work on ourselves, and if that work does not become the backbone of society, we are doomed to fail. We are doomed to suffer and reap the natural consequences of that approach which is in error. You are here to grow and to become. You are here to overcome your own weaknesses and to build strength in ways that you never imagined. This work should be supported by your family, by your friends, by your loved ones. Most importantly, focused on and prioritized yourself. If we all do this work, there can be a bright future where our potential never ceases. It never stops. It continues to grow. If we don't do this work, it all collapses. And both our individual lives, society, the outcome of humanity will fall. So these are very sobering but important topics. They are something to deeply consider to help you embrace your own life's work and address the things that you as an individual most need to look at and to refine. Our lives are meant for transformation. They're meant for growth and rebirth. So engaging with that process supports life. And if we support life, life will flourish. If you enjoy these kinds of discussions, please like and subscribe. If you have comments, questions, please leave those below. And I will see you at the next video.